Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MASECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killer, what's good,
what's
man?
Murder, what's the word? How you?
Man, I'm doing great.
Good to see you, man.
To hear. And today we are joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin.
Emma, what's going on?
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Down here at the Super Bowl, just got in today. You know, I like coming in on a Wednesday instead of, I used to come in on a Sunday. It just seemed to have too many days free and always some bad shit went down. So you come in Wednesday when it's get closer to the time to try to miss all of the riff-raff that comes on early. But yeah, the city is starting to get cracking down here.
Good, man. It seemed like we ain't seen you in I know I ain't been that long. Seemed like I ain't seen you in a month, man. I miss you. Pause, man. It's good to see you, man.
Man, and I appreciate you saying that. Pause if I can say that. Because the reality is, men don't say that to each other, dude.
Yeah.
You can see girls, women see each other, and they don't see you. So they just start crying. They love. We don't ever say that to each other. I miss you guys too, man.
Hey, yo, Mike.
I'm glad to be here.
Mike, and you know what? I'm glad you feel the same way because Stat is trying to push healing on us.
Yes.
And I'm like, healing, I don't like the word.
The resilience 2025, y'all can say how you feel, and it's okay. It is A-okay.
Talking about healing. Healing sound a little, I don't know about healing, man.
I'll find a different word.
I ain't mad at your word, but it just sound, I gotta grow into it. Boy.
Yeah.
Yo, Murder, you want to heal? I don't like it. Let's heal together. What you think? Because we've been traumatized. let's heal.
Wow.
Y'all don't even like it.
Hey, and that's something men don't ever want to admit, that we have been traumatized. In some way, that sounds like, it's a little soft there, and you're weak. We don't expect or we don't receive any trauma. We just, and it's real. So, hey, Stat is trying to help you guys develop your deeper meaning, your deeper self, reach down inside your kid, pull out your king. Let's go do this. I'm okay with it.
Well,
I'm okay with sharing my emotions and feelings.
Mike.
Pause.
You reach into
Pause on that.
Delayed pause.
Reach deep into your kid and
release
pull
your
out
king.
your king.
Reach down inside your kid and pull out your king, dude.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
listen,
everybody wants to do.
You know what? Well, I watch a lot of stand-up Murder.
Yeah.
And I always give the comedians they credit. Like D. Ray said one time, he's like, and I'm not talking about it. I don't, like I said, what I'm saying is no offense to nobody, but he's like, the line's too thin, so you have to let you know where people stand. It's like, you can't take a piece of lint off a nigga's shirt. like, yo, you got lint on your shirt. Or you might be like, yo, did you make it upstairs safely? You don't care if your man made it upstairs safely. If you don't see him tomorrow, then you know he didn't make it up. Certain things.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not calling murder if I drop him off. Be like, yo, you get in the building all right?
Yeah, that's right.
Be like, you good, and then keep it pushing. I feel like that's smooth.
You can't say
But
something
you know
on your
what?
eyebrow.
Walking up on players, on football players now, like right here, right? We're here. All the guys are here. I just saw Sterling Sharp and everybody. And you walk up, and football players walk up on each other. What's so important? And tap you on the ass. I'm like, hey, dog, we can't do that no more. Yo, stop that. Yo, stop doing that. Yeah. Because, that's what we do in the locker room. It's what you do in the field. But Diddy cut that out here. Cut all that out. Cut all that out.
Valid. Okay. Well,
What did Mike say?
Did he cut all that out? You can't do that no more.
None
All
of
that you gotta say what you said.
I mean, valid. Okay, so we have so much to talk about today, but we're actually going to start with the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's on Sunday. Mike, you are there in New Orleans around all the action. What is your prediction for this game? Do you have the Chiefs or the Eagles?
Boy, this is, and it continues to be a tough game. I usually go, dog, until like Fridays, and then I start calling. I call about 8 to 10 people on each team. This is usually how I determine a Super Bowl victory. And I ask the guys, man, what's it been like, man? What's it been like? And dude be like, boy, this shit is off the chain, dog. This, whoo. I put a little X by his name. You know, if a dude tell me, hey, Mike, man, hey, I've been focused. I ain't worried. I don't know nothing. I put a little check by his name. And then I count up the X's and the checks because this week really does affect Sunday. How much did you enjoy this? What day did you get here? Did you have time to have some time to get away and get the mess out? That's what I liked about Jimmy. Jimmy would bring us in on Sunday. He said, no wives and no main girlfriends. The first couple of days, I want boys to be boys. And they can come in on Tuesday. We have Sunday, Monday. Tuesday on, we start having a real serious practice session. It's like a regular week. So I like the way he did it, so we can get that other stuff out and focus on the game. If you don't let people get that other stuff out, sometimes it carries over to the game. Right now, it's just so hard to go against Kansas City, but I see Philadelphia look like they're primed and ready to really play some football and see what and understand what's at stake. But I'll take. I'm gonna have to take Kansas City Chiefs right now, but that could change Friday once I make these phone calls. If I found out them niggas been hitting up in New Orleans talking about Bourbon Street and all of that, I gotta X them out. You know what I'm saying? Because the Chiefs now been here plenty of times. They know. They've been getting their flowers for the last 7 years straight. But a lot of the guys in Philadelphia, these are brand new flowers. And when you get all these brand new flowers, they look pretty. You want to pick a few roses, if you know what I mean. The week of the game, and those roses may weaken you. So you know what? So right now I got a long way to say I got the Kansas City Chiefs because they used to being out here hitting people. I mean, being in Super Bowls.
So the real strategy is they do all of that from Sunday to Tuesday, or is it Sunday to Monday?
No. You got to get all the play in. Sunday, when you come in on Sunday night, you go out Sunday night, you go out Monday night. And then Tuesday, you're going to do the big media day. And then from that day on, you go through a regular week of practice, and those days cut back. You don't get out anymore. You start having curfew. The first 2 days ain't no curfew, boy. And you the star, boy. And you know you got to get out there. You get them pats on the back.
Mike, you look like you reminiscing. It look like you reminiscing right now, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. I'm having what they call literally a flashback. My whole flesh is going back to them days. I'm trying to stop it. You're right.
Yeah, I seen it in your eyes, Paul.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Hey, I was just over at Shannon Sharp's party, and yeah, they were in there.
Yo, Mike, let me ask you a question. Did you meet your assistant there?
They laughing in the back. No. We flew in. We were working on the plane, get some dictation in on the plane also, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we've been working all day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the Chiefs and the Eagles, everybody is saying the same thing. I mean, it seems like the storyline is the same across the board. Everybody sees that Saquon is ready to play. They look like Jalen Hurts will have a decent game, but all the signs point to the Eagles winning. I heard Killer say that before, and I'm looking at their team. They have everything necessary to win. But what you was talking about earlier is going to be the difference. Just knowing what to do during those days to preserve energy for that day, because the only day that counts is Sunday. It doesn't matter if you have a great week if you don't have a good Sunday. You got to be great for 2 hours, and being able to focus and play on demand. Be great on demand. That's something that most people just don't possess. They're able to be great at some point during the season, but to be great on demand is something I gotta go with the Chiefs on. They're the team that have proven they could do it each time they get there, and that's what I expect on Sunday. On Sunday, I expect to come back in here with my red cowboy hat and be celebrating. I can't wait to tell Gilly and Wallow, next time. Who cares who they come out with? If they come out with Lil Uzi, if they come out with Meek Mill, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. But if they, let me go back on that. Pause. If they come out with Lil Uzi, they might win. If they come out with Meek Mill, they're gonna lose. I'm telling you. I'm putting that out there.
This ain't a fight, Mase. It ain't like niggas walking niggas to the ring or whatever. You talking about the music in the background?
Yeah, I'm talking about the music.
Okay, I was just asking.
They play around and try to go to intro, they're gonna lose.
All right. Look, you've been saying Chiefs all season. It's hard to debate. Mike, I like that insight, Mike. And nobody, look, a 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer like yourself, I love that insight because you've not just following the NFL since you stopped playing, but you actually been in this situation more than once. Mase sits there and says one title is in Titletown. You have 3, so you're officially Titletown. We have somebody that we can expertly ask. So I like the fact that you say, no, seriously, I like the fact that he say Sunday, Monday, out. If I check with you on Tuesday and Wednesday after media day, you talking about, yo, where you
it's
going?
Crazy
it's crazy. That matters.
Yeah.
That absolutely matters. And you're right, Mike. It's a new player. You got Devontae Smith. Saquon's new to this. But this is actually a repeat of the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They actually played each other, and Philly only lost by 3 points during this field goal. So a few players have been in this situation against this same team before. I was watching a few shows and checking out a few highlights, probably not highlights, stats, and so on and so forth. And I would say the Eagles, look, you got 2 great receivers. You got a great offensive line. You have a great quarterback. We know that you have the best running back in the NFL. But 2 stats stand out to me more than anything. Really one stat and determination. The one stat that I have is Vic Fangio, who's the Eagles defensive coordinator, is 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes. He's 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes. And then if anybody wants to beat the Eagles more than anybody, it would be Andy Reid. Andy Reid would love to beat the Eagles. Y'all told, they try to make it look mutual and act like, oh, he's leaving on his own accord and we agreed to it. Y'all kicked him out the door. He didn't get it done. And don't get me wrong, he has several years to get it done. But that just goes to show when he's in the right environment, look what kind of run he's on. So just off the defensive coordinator alone and his record against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid's determination to give it to the Eagles, I'm going with that alone. Everything says that Philadelphia should win this game. Everything. But it's just hard to go against Kansas City. Week after week, I've gone against Kansas City this season. After coming in here, Mase mouth, after, hats and red leather jackets and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with them. Maybe they'll lose if I finally agree with them. But at the end of the day, I don't like this defensive coordinator's record against Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid is determined to beat the Philadelphia.
0-8 is a lot of losses.
And if nobody wants to beat the Eagles more than anybody on the highest stage in probably American sports, it'll be Andy Reid.
Yeah, there's nothing that will be
Cam, that's
better
gonna
than a
bring the best out
three-peat.
of everybody.
Hold on. Say it again.
Yeah, that's gonna bring the best out of everybody. What you guys are talking about, though, and that's the determining factor here. You know, when we start talking who should win a game, we look at the skill of each player. But both of these teams have such a deep will, you know, with Kansas City going for that 3 in a row. Jalen Hurts doesn't want to be 0-2 in the Super Bowl, you know, and that's what he's facing right now. And each time there's been a rematch in the Super Bowl, the guy that won the first time, there's been 4 rematches, always win the second time. So Jalen Hurts, you got a chance. What Jalen Hurts has is a chance to prove to the world. Y'all jokers cast me out. You cast me away. You didn't think I was going to be here. You cast me away in a championship game. Then cast me away from my college. And then you cast me out the first round. Now I got the opportunity to cast out the Mac of all Macs. The Mac of all Macs. I'm talking about the real pimp Mac in quarterbacking. And that's Patrick Mahomes. So you came in the league being questioned
Time to wait out.
as a quarterback. And now you got a chance to beat Patrick Mahomes. That'll solidify you as one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League if he gets this done.
Got you.
Yeah, Mike, and I was gonna say this before you started. If Andy Reid could win his 3rd championship against this Philadelphia team, right? It's like the team that got rid of you. This the team you want to 3-peat against. This the team that you want the confetti to fall on. I know Kill already stated this, but just thinking about the real details of this. If somebody kicked you out of somewhere or got rid of you, and now you're about to have your highest moment in against this team, there's no better revenge. There's no better revenge than to do it against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think they come to get it done for Andy Reid. And sometimes when you're playing for somebody other than yourself, it gives you even more determination to get it done.
Yeah, Mase, just so the audience is clear, Andy Reid's 3rd Super Bowl straight. He has 3 Super Bowls already. So what Mase is saying,
yes, the
3-peat if he wins the third one in a row.
Yeah. A lot of great points, but I think the last thing we all don't want to see is Mase coming on Monday with a red cowboy hat. I don't want to see it. So for the sake of that, I'm hoping the Eagles win, but it's really hard to go against the Chiefs. It is.
I might bring the red boots out.
I don't want to see none of it. None of it.
Balenciaga red boots, not them boots they have at them cowboy parties.
Be clear. Make sure you're clear.
Designer.
Yeah, designer red boots,
Facts.
you know.
Okay, so obviously leading up to Super Bowl, they have Super Bowl Media Day. So reporters have been asking a lot of pretty crazy questions, but one in particular that went viral was a reporter who asked Patrick Mahomes, for your whole career, you've had so many great people help you win. So who is your favorite ref? Mahomes then responded, all the refs are great, man. They do the best they can. Go out there and play the game the right way. So Mike, what do you think of Patrick Mahomes' response? And then just the general random questions that different reporters have been asking these players during Media Day.
Well, listen, they asked a myriad of questions, but that wasn't a random question. They're trying, whenever you would whipping everybody's ass like this, like the way they've been whipping everybody's ass, everybody keeps saying there has to be something, and we're looking for every little thing. And I was reading the other day where this one ref, every time they get this one ref, that they always win. So I think that was a trick question trying to see if Patrick is going to fall for that and mention this one ref so they can say, oh, I see, I told you it's a conspiracy, those kinds of things. We're always going to get people doing that when you win this much. And it's not that people really, well, they may believe the Chiefs are cheating, but really what it is, guys, it's they just can't fathom how somebody's having this kind of success and they didn't have it. In order to make them feel better about them not having it, we always got to say they must be cheating. something's got to be going wrong here. Something's going on here. Which I thought was interesting. One of the things I thought as we were talking about it, because I mentioned it the other day, like when I saw Cam Newton, right? And I just saw Cam. He's a good dude. When I saw Cam on the show say I wouldn't trade in my MVP for my Super Bowl championship. And I thought to myself, oh, so is that what they have now? And this is what they're usually playing against. Guys that are more thinking about individual than team. And if that's the case, shit, Kansas City gonna win 10 straight if everybody's thinking like that, because they think collectively and as one unit. So yeah, they're trying to trick them to try to prove that there's a conspiracy theory, but there's no conspiracy going on. They're just whooping people butt.
So you're going on the record as not the refs. Is that correct?
Oh no, it's not the refs. It's 1-5.
Thank you.
It's 1-5. You got you can put the Chiefs out there with 1-5. Y'all can take all the damn refs off the field. You still gonna get your butt kicked with 1-5 out there. It doesn't matter. So no, I don't buy that.
Yeah, I think around this time, if you're a reporter, they're trying to get sound bites. They're definitely trying to ask questions that'll go viral, questions that'll put them in the media, questions that'll turn into another interview. And it's for people like Pat Mahomes to be who he was at that moment. Very media trained, very poised, very classic, and just saying the things that he needed to say and just taking the high road so he doesn't have to interrupt the team's focus. Because a lot of times there's been some championships where the star player does something the week of the Super Bowl, and you probably could speak to, I know you could speak to this, where they do something that disturbs the whole team and takes the focus away from the whole team, and now it's on this one statement or this one arrest or something that takes place, and now the whole championship week is compromised.
Yeah, that's a great point. I remember a couple years ago, and I mean, this wasn't something to be ignored. To me, they kind of swept it under the rug. I don't remember, Mike, and you could probably clear it up for me, but I remember Andy Reid's son drunk driving his son and killed a baby right before the Super Bowl or something like that. And that was kind of a distraction. They fired, because he was one of the coaches, Andy Reid's son. They fired him, and then, I don't remember, but I get what you're saying, Mase. But I get the distractions. Other things to distract, but Andy Reid nipped it in the bud, and no disrespect to the family who lost their child or who. I'm sorry that I don't even have the story straight. Mase, when Mase said that, it reminded me that they do different things happen to maybe take away from the focus. And I'm not saying that somebody getting killed should take away from the focus, so please don't take that wrong. Look, the question that Stat asked you, Mike, and Mase said something too. I don't think that's a Patrick Mahomes question. I think that's a Roger Goodell question. What the fuck are you doing to make the Chiefs win every week? Because we see it. We see it. You get whatever, nigga. Whatever. Week after week, we see these niggas cheating, nigga. Week after week. That's why I see what Mase was trying to go with it. So you're going on the record and you're saying, no, nigga, it's the refs, nigga. Every week, it's some wild shit going on with the Chiefs. And you know what make me more mad, Mike? Is that they act like we can't see it. That's the crazy shit. They do shit and act like, yo, just ignore. Did you see? Listen, man. These niggas, let's just go to the last game, right? Niggas playing Buffalo. Right. They playing Buffalo, Mike. I know you had to see this. They last play of the game, at least for Buffalo anyway. They blitz Josh Allen. Josh Allen throws some wild shit. Homeboy almost catches the shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they threw a flag just in case he caught it. The flag just disappeared. They did. I don't know. Dead ass. Did you see it? Did you see murder at the mini? Yo, niggas threw a flag like, yo, this look like it might. But then the flag disappeared. Yo, niggas say, yo, pick it up. It's cool. Yo, my nigga. Niggas threw a flag just in case the nigga caught the shit. Like, nah, this look like nigga in the rough air. Throw that fucking flag, nigga. Period. This isn't just this week. Mike, did you see the fucking flagrant shit against the Houston Texans?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, and that's what the passer, roughing the passer call. It was very, very questionable.
Come
Even
on,
though
Mike.
the ref in the game said that they made any kind of made contact to the head area, to in the helmet area. Let me make that sort of pause. All of that. They made contact to the helmet area, and it should have been a flag. I didn't think that was enough to get a flag. But to that, Kim, and Mase said, think about this. You remember when we went back to when Tom Brady, they called it Deflategate. They
Yes.
said they had shrunk down the ball,
Yes.
and so they called it at the second half, and they filled the ball back up, and Tom Brady still cut your ass up. So you were trying to say he was cheating, but okay, they made the ball full, and he still did the same thing. That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
see, the thing about
You
it
can
is,
say all you want.
you missing my point, both of y'all. Nobody's better than Patrick Mahomes. This is not an argument. This is simply not an argument on Patrick Mahomes' greatness. Nobody's arguing that. I'm arguing what the referees are doing to make the Chiefs win. That's what I'm arguing about. I'm not disputing Patrick Mahomes whatsoever, but it ain't all on Pat. Sometimes, like the other day, Pat wasn't on the field against the Buffalo Bills. He was on the sidelines. Niggas throwing flags. Yo, listen, man, we seen it all year. I'm not going to argue about it. That question about the referees needs to go to Roger Goodell and ask him, what are y'all doing to keep... Why when Patrick Mahomes scores a touchdown? Why when Pacheco scores a touchdown? Why when anybody outside of Travis Kelce scores a touchdown, the Charles Shaw and Taylor Swift? None of these niggas is her nigga. You should only show when a nigga is scoring. The NFL know where these ratings is at. They know where this money come in. They know the Swifties is coming out. They know what time it is. We ain't gonna, man, niggas wanna act like they dumb up here and act like they don't know what the fuck going on.
So,
Fine.
Killer, which one is it? Is it Refgate or is it the Swifties?
Everything, nigga. It's all one balance, everything. It ain't no either or. It's all that shit. Now listen, Mike, back to your point with the Deflategate. I totally agree with you. And niggas like, oh, Tom Brady, Paul shrinking the football. Paul. I dig the whole shit. And listen, if you could get an advance to win, it's like the same thing. We had a similar conversation to this, a similar conversation last time you was on the show, not the same exact thing. And I was sitting there telling y'all guys, and y'all agree with me, I'm not gonna knock Mase or Michael Irvin if a nigga wanna give y'all a free pair of sneakers, free dinner, free whatever, because you're Michael Irvin and you're Mase, and it comes with it. If you're the Kansas City Chiefs, give me the perks. We work to get the perks. Yo, it ain't my fault Travis Kelce DM Taylor Swift and it worked out to the point. Listen, all the bells and whistles come with being with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tell them niggas bring Beyonce out. That's their only hope.
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know about that. I think it would have happened with the Redskins or maybe and listen, it might happen, Philly predominant black is a Democrat city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It may happen. I don't know. But you can't get mad at the bells and whistles that the Kansas City Chiefs get. But what you can't do is tell me I didn't see what I saw. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what you can't do.
Wait, Mike, but as a fellow Floridian once said to me, it's whatever you can get away with. Do you still feel that way?
You say that. If you can get away with it, go ahead and get away with it. But not in your case. That's not what we talking about. Not in that case.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't tried. It really, we call it cheating, but you're just pushing the envelope. And there's nothing wrong with pushing that envelope, trying to get that win. That's just the reality of life. We're all trying to find little edges and little things to get us ahead. And those teams do it. But boy, Patrick Mahomes, these guys do it at another level. And when we see that kind of greatness, it's hard for us to fathom and question, and we question it. And so, we start wondering. Troy Aikman talked about it. And you're right, Roger Goodell in the NFL, because what happens now is sports betting is everywhere. And those calls, I mean, I see it all the time on social media. On the Monday afterwards, some of them dudes that done lost that money, they have this internet working. Look at this call. You see what this ref is doing. That's because you lost that money on that bet. You keep trying to think Patrick Mahomes going to fall off, and he keeps snatching that money right out your pocket. And that's the problem. Especially so when the ref gives that call, You want to whoop both of their asses. I understand it, but but it's Patrick Mahomes.
Right. Okay.
Y'all niggas keep talking Patrick Mahomes, and I said he's the greatest. Patrick Mahomes don't even be on the field for some of this shit, man.
Yeah.
He's not even on the field. That's the problem.
You want a red cowboy hat too, Stat?
Absolutely not.
Well, I'm gonna buy 4. I need
It's
4
gonna be
red
sitting
cowboy
on the
hats.
table.
I'll just sit 'em.
I will not be wearing that. Okay, and then real quick, last topic before we switch gears, go to break and discuss basketball. So it's gonna mark the first time since February 2021 that end racism will not be written in the Super Bowl end zone. For the Super Bowl, it will instead include the phrases "choose love" and "it takes all of us." The change was reportedly conveyed internally to high-level employees earlier this week. Mike, what do you think of that phrase being removed for the Super Bowl?
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, so usually in the end zone, it has "end racism," but they're instead changing it to "choose love" and "it takes all of us." So just what are your thoughts on that being removed and instead saying that?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, because people going here again, everybody will tie all of that in with Donald Trump going in the way,
Right.
and all
people
of
are
this
saying.
stuff and everything. And why are we saying choose love and not the end racism? Racism, you know, that white people don't have to deal with racism. You see, so now you take that off, and then you with this administration change and all the things that circulate around it, and you can see when people start questioning, oh, why are you doing that now? I like the slogan "Choose Love" because we are dealing with seem like a lot of hate in this world. So I like the slogan "Choose Love," but I love the slogan in racism. That's the reality
Right.
that we need to talk about. And I always say this: there's a shame and a blame for people. White people don't want to continuously talk about racism because they want to raise their hand and say, "That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was my ancestors. It was my." Okay, right. We understand. But somebody got to pay for the price, for
Yeah, I
for the
I
wrong.
definitely feel
I
that.
like that, Mike.
I'm dead ass. I feel that
That's just the
100%.
reality of it.
That's why I be telling y'all about the way I get my reparations.
Yeah. You got that.
Word up, I get mine. I feel that, Mike. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that on this level, nigga. Word up. I feel that on this level, nigga.
I thought Killer did like this with a pink horsepower in his hand.
Nah, I wish I did have one. I got one too, but this ain't even a pink horsepower situation. Mike, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about when players was taking a knee during like that whole period, Colin Kaepernick and everything else, because of the racism and because of police brutality or whatever they were standing for? What was your opinion on that?
Right. But this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is what blows my mind. Now, had honestly, guys, had say something had happened to a lot of animals. A lot of animals, a lot of dogs, and the players were saying, "Oh my God, we're treating animals terrible. We're gonna take a knee on this." Everybody in this country would have said, "That's right. You would take a knee till we treat these animals right. We got to treat these pets right. They're working." But when you take a knee to help a brother, oh my God, it means now you don't want to be in this country, get out. You don't want to respect the flag, get out. That was absolutely. The whole idea got hijacked. It got raw. The man, Colin Kaepernick, was taking a knee after consulting with the military. After consulting. You think that mattered any one bit that the man had consulted with the military before he took that knee? Because that's what and so he told him to take a knee instead of just sitting on the bench. That was the disrespect. So he did that out of respect, and everybody considered it disrespect. They got hijacked and robbed because it's another way of trying to say, will help anybody except you niggas.
Yeah, that's the reason I asked you that, because your man Jerry Jones said he's not tolerating niggas taking knees. And they will not play if they take a knee. And that's your man, so I was trying to figure out how you felt about that. Because that's your man. Is that your man? Is that your man?
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Jerry's still my guy. Jerry's still my guy. And to that, and to that, because we talked about this. I'm straight up with you guys. I'm pondering and wondering on it. Let me tell you why. I remember when I first got into working with the ESPN. The first person I was working with was Rush Limbaugh, right? We came in the same time at ESPN, Rush Limbaugh and I became very good friends. Rush is passed already. We became very good friends. And I found, going into that, everybody told me, Rush Limbaugh's a racist. He just what he does on his radio show. Don't say a word to him. My thought, and I said to them, I said, guys, I don't know. I don't know Rush. I don't know him. I'm looking forward to meeting him. And I said, I'm coming with baggage. Every one of us got baggage. I'm going to meet the man for myself. I'm not taking your thoughts and opinions in and meeting him. So they wanted me, discard him, don't speak to him. I said, well, then if you say he is all of that, then if I do this, then it solidifies his thoughts. But if I sit down and have reasonable conversation, maybe we can change those thoughts that y'all say he has. See, I didn't find that in the man. Well, I didn't find that racist bone that everybody talked about. And I spent a lot of time with him. We went to dinner because we were working together. And I found that interesting. And I always say, if I have an opportunity, even to be around a racist or be around somebody, I want to take that opportunity because maybe a good conversation or a good encounter can help change his mind. And we got to change minds. We're going to keep living this world.
Mike, I asked you a question, Mike. Mike, I don't know how we got to Rush Limbaugh. Mike, I said Jerry Jones.
I'm telling you, you can't ask me a question and then when I take you somewhere, you got to.
I'm down to go on the trip if we end up where we. I don't mind taking the scenic route if we going to end up where we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
If I want to get from Houston to Dallas and you taking me through Conroe, Texas, and everything else instead of going straight, I'm fine if we end up in Dallas. Right now we are in
Corpus Christi.
Yeah, like we didn't get to Dallas, nigga. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get to Dallas, Mike. What is up with when Jerry Jones said niggas can't take a knee?
Jerry Jones, see, and this one, Jerry Jones said we decided as a team to take a knee. And that's what they did as a team, as a unit, together.
Oh, my goodness.
See, remember that.
Mike, Jerry Jones said he will not tolerate players taking a knee. Then later on, he came into unity and took a knee. But originally, he said he's not tolerating players taking a knee. And then when they take a knee, they will not play. That's what I'm asking you.
So Cam is basically saying you only take a knee when I tell you to take a knee. When I tell you take a knee, then y'all could take a knee.
Nigga.
Well, I don't know. First of all, I don't know that anybody was taking a knee with the Dallas Cowboys when they.
Never mind, Mike. Forget it, Mike. Forget it. That nigga Cowboy. That nigga Cowboy. Forget it. Forget Murder.
Blue stars.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Murder. I mean, you got it. Yeah, man.
No, wait, but see, now you're doing what they do.
You're doing what they do. Line.
You're saying if you don't get it your way, you don't want to answer. Now, the reality is, if you ask me, I'm giving you my answer. You want me to give you an answer you want instead of the answer I give, and that's the truth.
Okay, Mike.
No,
we get all of that,
the reason I'm not disputing that, because I got a friend who do that. He want me to give him the answer that he wants this nigga send. So I'm not doing that. But you never gave me no answer. You went to Rush Limbaugh. You went to the United when we all took a knee together. I asked you about the time Jerry Jones said, you better not take a knee or you won't play. How do you feel about that?
Did anybody take a knee?
Because they better not have.
Goodness.
Mike,
I just answer the question with a question, Mike.
Mike, I'm reading the exact quote. Mike, let me read you an exact quote.
Right.
I will not tolerate players taking a knee. If they do disrespect the flag, they will not play. That's what I'm saying. So if your owner tells you that, and you want to get paid, knowing football don't even got guaranteed contracts, Are you going to take a knee and risk the money that you're guaranteed for that week? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, first of all,
This is
Jerry
my nigga, Mike. You my nigga,
Governor
I took
Irvin.
the damn knee. You ain't gonna sit Mike down. Let's no. Y'all want to talk real? Let's talk real. Second of all, that was a hypothetical, and Jerry said disrespecting the flag. Nobody was disrespecting the flag. So that's what I'm talking about. The whole subject got hijacked and taken somewhere else to try to come up with some determination to say, oh, his man must be racist, that man must be racist. There were no Cowboys taking a knee. So we got here on a roundabout. If Jerry had cut 3 or 4 Cowboys for taking a knee, then we can have this conversation and I would be open with having it. But he cut nobody. So now we just huffing and puffing at the win. There's nothing here. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So we can take it where we got to take it. But that's what I'm telling you is I didn't see that. Nobody disrespected the flag. If Jerry would have cut somebody, then you could say, man, Jerry must be racist. Because that's the way this conversation must be trying to go. But I don't see that in Jerry.
Okay. I'm stressed out, 1, by this conversation, and 2, Jimmy Butler's new landing spot.
Wait, I gotta talk about this.
Ahead,
I have to talk about this because
Go ahead.
Governor Michael Irvin, your soliloquies and your thesis statements are phenomenal, Mike.
Yeah, that nigga might as well run.
Yeah,
bro.
you got my vote. You hear me? You got my vote. And I don't vote like that, but you got my vote. Can I vote from another state, Mike? Can I vote from another state?
Hey, let me ask you guys something because I do have some invitations on my desk to attend some things with Trump. That Trump is asking, and people are asking for the Trump part. So now, do I attend those? Do I attend this event and try? And what do y'all think on that? Should I attend these events?
Wait, Mike, I want to talk about the end racism, because when we talk about racism, are we talking about just the hating of black people? Does that include the Latinos? Where are we going with the hate racism? I mean, yeah. End racism.
Right. We talk black and brown and all color people.
All right. So yeah.
In racism. But y'all know who has the problems. It's really us, right?
All right. So when we talk about end racism, why don't we just say stop hating blacks? Why do we have to charismatically go around what you're really stating, passive aggressively saying what you're really saying? If it's really stop hating on blacks, do you understand how powerful that would be in the end zone? Stop hating on blacks. That's what we're trying to say. That's why you got me here. For the objective perspective. Shout out to my boy Star Report. Stop hating on blacks is what we're trying to say, because these are the people that are really going through this. Like you said, people say they have nothing to do with it. That was last generation. That was my ancestors. But you want them to do something to make up for it. Just stopping it right now, ending racism right now, won't help unless you go back and do some help towards those things. We was talking about being traumatic and going through trauma and things of that nature, right? So if you just giving me more pause trauma today, that doesn't change what happened before, because that's kind of where you're getting a behavior from that you don't like. So not only do I not like the in racism, I don't even like the joint about love, because when you talk about love, everybody's definition of love is not the same. So when you use this brand word of love, like me, I got married, but my definition of love was like, I'm walking with you with my hand, with your hand. That's love. But it was so much more than that. But from where I come from, being all the trauma I've been through, I thought just holding my hand was love. Like I'm in public with you with my hand in your hand. That's love.
Right.
And I like that because even if I love you, I might not do that.
Yeah,
that's too much. That's just too much.
What else you want me to do?
That's a great one. That's like, yo, that is fucking great. Like, yo,
I'm not capping. I told her my hand is in your hand.
Yeah,
like
lock. I dig that. I dig that, bro.
This is
I like that.
This is.
I definitely dig that.
What do you think? That's
Wait, we both have, we
actually
can have
losing
different
brain
understandings of love.
No, I get
We
what
can
Murder
have
said.
different
No, Mike, hold on, Mike. Hold on. What he's saying is, we grew up into great adults, but at that particular time, coming from where we came from, that's a big deal.
that was like love. That's in love.
Yeah, exactly. So
Hand
I
in
get
hand.
I get
Pause.
that.
But Mase, Mase, here's why we have to discuss what is love. And you're absolutely right when you talk about just that big brand word, because we all consider love something different. We
Yeah.
attach it to our yesterday as we walk into our tomorrow. So how your dad loved you is how you think love is. How her dad loved her is how she think love is. So you think being strong and not holding her hands is being love. She thinks holding her hands is love. And if we don't discuss what is love, then we'll never come to a harmonious situation, because you doing love your way, she doing love her way. Y'all would both be saying the same thing, but still missing each other. You see what I mean? Because you didn't discuss the basics of how you see and what you consider love to be. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
So Governor Mike, you agree with me then that we gotta.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But for us to go say stop hating black, you think white folks don't do that? They have a problem when you just said Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. That's a positive way of saying, to tell people stop hating blacks.
Exactly.
They got mad. All lives matter. All lives matter. They try to throw that out. So you know they ain't gonna say stop hating blacks. They're gonna say stop hating altogether.
Exactly.
But they won't say stop hating
What
blacks.
did we say earlier? Exactly.
Yeah. Now you talking. But last thing I know, I'll move on to that. What I want to say is I love that point you made. A great point is this. I think the best relationship is when a female loves you and you like her a lot. I think that's the best. That's what I'm saying, because, like is fun. When you start loving, it's too complicated, and they love you, but you just like them. That's the best.
I've so many thoughts. One, love is a universal term. The way you show it, express it is varied by different people. And racism, I think
Is
that's
universal?
valid. No, it's not universal. I think that's valid. I don't think that should trigger anybody for that to be
You
in
don't
an
think
end zone.
racism is universal?
I think
I'm not saying it is. I'm just asking.
racism happens everywhere, but I don't think that term should trigger anybody. And
What term?
like just end racism. And then to say stop hating blacks, that's totally no, because that's crazy. And even using the term
Why
blacks.
is it crazy?
Using the term blacks is like what they used against us to insult
So
us.
stop hating who?
The whole thing is not to cut you off, Murder, and I like
Rounds?
stat points. I think we need to let Stat talk. We've been talking 30 minutes. We need to give her opportunity to say what she got to say. But the blacks don't have to mean Afro-Americans. That's what I'll say. Go ahead.
That's the point that I was making. Blacks is a trigger term for me in general. I don't think anybody, like especially people who are not African, like that should not be a term being used. There's a lot of things that I could get into about this. To answer your question about what you do with the president, that is completely up to you and what you want to represent, Mike. You guys touch on a lot of points. We don't have time for all of this.
You're not black?
Because I did not say that. I'm definitely black. Like, we knew that. We knew that. That's not even a question to be asked.
My mother was black.
Now, they gonna come out saying that don't even want to be black.
I don't even want to be black.
I just said the end racism thing. I just don't think that should trigger anybody, because clearly there's been a lot of things in the past which has brought us to the point where we are now. I understand them wanting to take part of a theme with things that are happening now, but that should never go away.
Yeah, I'm basically saying, chill out with the hallmark statements and get to the real root of what you're saying.
You want to get a bang for your buck. Stop hating on blacks.
Yeah,
nigga.
stop hating on blacks. You'll have people full attention.
Yeah.
Stop hating on blacks.
Y'all are
That's a little too harsh for the Super Bowl, but I get where you're coming from.
You're saying be direct, and I understand being direct,
be
but there's
direct.
different
That's
ways to be
basically what I'm
direct,
saying.
guys.
So how
and
can we say that? How can we say
not
that
stop
before we
hating
move on?
blacks?
How can you say it?
No, they ain't coming.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Yeah, we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss Jimmy Butler's new landing spot. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it, wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. Of course, Sunday, the Eagles will play the Chiefs. Underdog has Jalen Hurts at 38.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
38 rushing yards. Jalen Hurts. Higher.
Okay.
Yeah, high. I mean, he's been rushing around 30. That's why Underdog did this. They know what it's about. No, go higher. Especially if Saquon opens up, you get to receive. Yeah, he's going higher.
Okay. And Saquon is at 115.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
You know what it is with Saquon?
That's the story.
But you know what it is? Saquon, don't get it fucked up. He's killing 198 yards, 190 yards. But he gets these big 60-yard runs every game. 60, 70 yard, 50, 40 yard, all these big runs. And that accumulates a lot to the number like 115 yards. So if you get the first play, let's take for instance, last game they played first possession
60.
that he got 60. So you already more than halfway to 115. I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm going over too.
Okay. And Patrick Mahomes at 250.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Ooh. I don't think he need that for us to win. Actually, I could see him getting 230 and rush for 84, and we'll still win. So it's not mandatory, but for the sake of Mahomes, I'm just going to go higher.
I agree with the first part of what you just said. I don't think he needs that to win, so I'm going to go lower.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog, so make sure to support the show. Sign up now, and you can make your picks too. So we're switching gears to basketball. A lot has happened. We've seen the trade deadline and everything that's going on. Jimmy Butler.
Stat. Before we even get into that, why y'all rush me, Killer? Why y'all rush me off the...
We was running out of time, bro. My bad.
Yeah, man, it's Black History Month. We can't say stop hating blacks on Black History Month. You got the All-Star Black History Month.
They do all this shit now, man. We can't say what the... Yo.
Yeah, Super Bowl Black History Month.
Yeah.
It's our month.
Yeah, stop hating. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
they
like
trading blacks. Trade deadline is in a black month.
You got a great point, man.
Oh my God! I never thought about that. I never thought about
Right. The Pro Bowl, get all y'all together in that month.
Right. Oh my God! Oh my God! He's right. How is it Black History Month? And we go back to the history of trading blacks. Boy, I never thought about that. Boy, you get the deadline.
Mike, from a fellow football expert.
Yeah, but you bigger than football now.
Yeah, I'm bigger than football.
You bro, it's a lot of hot shit going on in Black History Month. I ain't gonna lie. You got the Super Bowl, the All-Star game, and you're trading majority black people. Yo, you a good nigga, man. I like that one. That's why you up here. That's why you here.
And Stat don't want me to say this because you wearing animals now.
No, oh my
You
gosh.
sophisticated.
No, that's not
Cheetah
what I'm saying.
prints, leopard
You got your
prints.
play. I got to keep us on time. And speaking of what
Okay.
you're saying, Dennis Schroeder was trying to make a point, and they done traded him to Utah. So we're gonna get into this trade. Like,
We told him.
Watch your
You
mouth.
definitely told her yesterday.
Watch your
We
mouth
told the
and go
nigga-
to state.
I told the nigga go back to Germany. Yo, like yeah. We told you, Dennis. We told you yesterday. Don't do this. We told him. I don't know why
told him,
niggas.
this is not the place to be spewing out your views in Golden State.
That's crazy because you know what?
I said Mark Jackson, right?
Well, it's a little different. You definitely said it's a little different situation. But the whole thing about it is, bro, we both said it because I told him to go back to Germany. You definitely said this is not the time to be doing
State
it.
is not the place to be doing
you
that.
You definitely said that. You said Golden State is not the place. I have to absolutely give you 100% credit for that. And this is why players, they get mad at us and shit. But this is the show to listen to. Because we're trying to tell you what could potentially happen, my nigga. We're trying to educate you. You think it's all... We said, exactly 24 hours ago on this show, we told Dennis Schroeder, chill out, he talking about, this is like modern day slavery. Yeah,
Utah.
Yo, go figure it out in Utah.
Let's see if you had that same energy in Utah.
With 4% black people in the state.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the full details of the trade. So the Heat finalized the deal, which includes Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker via the Jazz, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick going to Miami while Dennis Schroeder is heading from the Warriors to Utah. So a fan actually sitting by the Heat bench.
Wait, they getting rid of Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's on the state. They got rid of Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. So a fan actually broke the news to the Heat players who were sitting on the bench in game because obviously they don't be knowing until it be happening. So given all the recent conversation, all the players that I named and what we know now, Mase, actually going to let you go first. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about Jimmy Butler being a Warrior?
I think he adds another layer of toughness to Golden State that will be problematic in the playoffs, because when you got a stellar shooter in Stephen Curry, and then you got a dog pause in Draymond, then you got after Draymond does what he's doing, when it turns into small ball pause and you got Jimmy Butler on the other wing, this becomes really dangerous. It becomes very dangerous because they got other shooters that could shoot, and you got people who could get to the basket. And whenever you got a slasher and a person and somebody on the perimeter that could shoot, that become a good tandem, So you wouldn't want anybody on the other side of the ball pause when you're dribbling as Jimmy Butler than Stephen Curry. They can't double you because everybody will have to play you one-on-one, or they can get two or they get three. And because of that, it just opens up the perimeter crazy pause.
Yeah, I think this is if Jimmy Butler, look, nobody has a problem with Jimmy Butler's game. It's more about his attitude. Yeah. And I think that if this is the perfect time to get Jimmy Butler when the playoffs are about to start, when you have to make a push to even get in the playoffs, because I don't know what seed Golden State is at right now. I think they're like 10th or 11th. They wasn't even in the play-in last time I checked. But this is a great time to
11th.
Yeah, they're not even in the play-in currently. But I think this is a great time to get Jimmy Butler making a push right after All-Star break to get in the playoffs. What Jimmy Butler brings, and I don't think Golden State has this on their team currently. You have a great three-point shooter, Steph Curry. When his three-point game opens up, he can get to the basket, so on and so forth. But Golden State, to me, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't have, at least not this year, somebody that you could say, and I know they run a motion offense, so it's constant moving.
Can get a bucket.
But you don't have nobody who say move.
Yeah.
Move. Because you got Draymond. Steph ain't a move type nigga. Some niggas is like, move. They wave the pick away. When you come to save the pick, no. I was one of them. I don't need a pick. This nigga about to be on skates right here, and it's gonna be bad for him trying to guard me one-on-one. I think Jimmy Butler's that type of guy, not necessarily to get you on skates, but he's gonna get you a bucket. His name is Jimmy Buckets. So I think it's a great thing. It wasn't ever about his players, about his attitude. What Golden State did do is get him to sign a 2-year extension because his contract was up at the end of the year where he could opt out. So now you don't just get Jimmy Butler, and that's what a lot of teams were scared of. You get him now, but it's like a rental. You get him now from February to possibly April, depending on maybe June, depending on how far you go in the playoffs. They got him to sign that 2-year extension, so he's locked in, and you can't just do what you want. So I think this is a great move for Golden State. I don't know what this really says about Miami right now. Wiggins was good at one time, and I'm not saying he's not good now. But over the last 2 years, it just seems too much personal things are involved in his life where it's affecting his game. And I know we say and make fun of things and everything else, but it's going too far with the personal, no disrespect, whatever he's going through. But now 2 years is leaking into my business if I'm owning an organization. He hasn't played good since Poole left. And whatever you got going on personally, I hope you work it out. But we're still running the business here.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike, what do you think about Jimmy Butler being a Warrior?
But there's so much in this because Jimmy Butler wanted to be a Suns. He wanted to go play with Kevin Durant. And then when Bradley Beal would not relinquish that no trade, you know, they were trying all kinds of ways to move that thing around. And somehow we find out now Jimmy Butler ends up in Golden State when they were trying to get back Kevin Durant. And Jimmy Butler wanted to go play with Kevin Durant. This thing may not just be a this year thing. Remember, they're still willing and going through it in Phoenix, right? And trying to make some decisions on what to do there. So I love Jimmy Butler going to Golden State because I think this is great for him. And what you were talking about, Cam, Jimmy he's a cutter. He can drive to the basket. I don't know that Golden State's ever, I don't know, they never had a guy like Jimmy Buckets in the playoffs that's a cutter that'll drive to the basket and now kicking back out to Steph. I mean, are you joking? Now you're gonna kick back out to the greatest shooter ever? And if you don't get in front of Jimmy Buckets, he's gonna go get those buckets in the playoff. They got to get to the playoffs, like you guys were just talking about. But it brings a toughness. Jimmy in his whole life ain't never played with a shooter like Steph. And so I know he has to be happy. It's going to be interesting to see if they can work their way back in it. But I think this is a 2-year thing. When they gave him that deal, and they've been talking about still trying to get Kevin Durant and all that. So you know, I think they're trying to pack up, and I don't think Kevin Durant's still out over there. So
the thing about it is,
he's trying to get back in it while they still got the greatest shooter.
yeah, listen, the thing about it is,
it's a 2-year thing.
yeah, but Kevin Durant last 48 hours been on the record saying he doesn't want to go. Whether he wants to go or not, he doesn't have a trade clause. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, if you publicly say I don't want to be there, then they're like, well, fuck you too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he put that out there in case they were trying to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He said he doesn't
They were
want to go
trying
to
to
Golden
work it
State.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. They didn't want to get rid of Kevin Durant at first, but since Bradley Beal would not waive the trade clause and they don't want to sit back, they said the only person they know would definitely be there is Devin Booker. The other jokers they working around and working with, and Kevin Durant included in that.
right. Well, last thing I'll add, because y'all know I'm a Heat fan, and I knew Jimmy Butler was leaving, but this entirely stressed me out because Jimmy Butler is not only my favorite player, but for me, Steph Curry's my GOAT. So now I got 2 of my favorite players on the same team. I'm like, by default.
You'll
Yo,
go to
Golden
State.
State.
Oh my goodness, that.
Guys, I don't know.
You know what?
I'm distraught. I don't know where to go. Like, that really stressed me out.
This is all Mace's fault that niggas just flying all over team to team.
No, I've never switched. I'm not saying I'm switching. I've never switched a team before.
Stat, you know what's
But
crazy?
I have some things to think about because the next 2 years.
You know what's crazy? I bought you a Golden State hat. The big hat that we have is back there. It says Golden State.
Guys,
I must have saw this.
I have to think about it. I have to think. I
I'm
have
filming
to
from the
sleep on
chair
it.
if niggas start wearing Golden State hats.
I have to sleep
showing
on
that
it.
right now.
I'm
Wait,
really
wait, wait,
stressed
wait.
out
Can
about
I add
this.
one last thing?
Yes.
Can I add one last thing that Jimmy Buckets may like a lot because now he's in San Francisco. You know, when Jimmy comes as Jenny with that little wig and all that stuff, and all that, you know.
When he comes as
that
Jenny.
thing,
And nigga said he in San
Well,
Francisco.
when
This
he
nigga's a
comes as
funny
Jenny,
With the-
you can mess around if you want to.
What is he
That
talking
just
about?
clicked.
The emo?
No, he said when Jimmy come with the
Right.
with the bang and the shit. But the nigga
Bang.
said, but then
Yeah.
he said Jenny. The nigga called him Jane. That nigga said he in San Francisco, so it might be all good.
Y'all get what I'm saying.
I know,
Mike
yeah.
is funny.
Mike is wild.
Slick.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great conversation, but that is all the time that we have for today. Mike, thanks for being here. Enjoy NOLA.
Mike,
Yeah.
Good seeing you, man.
it's time to focus up for the Super Bowl.
No, that's time to focus up for them.
Oh,
I ain't got no focus up.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna focus up and get some work in.
Nigga Mike went like this. I focus on focus behind the computer.
Right. I was just looking at my focus. I was looking at my focus. That's right. You're right.
Hilarious.
You're dead right.
I can see you, Mike.
Thank y'all for watching.
I love y'all,
and
man.
as
Love you
always,
too, man.
it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.